Hey everybody, it's Miss Steely here, and we're going to continue working on our week 6 home-based learning checklist. Again, we're going to be on week 6, and we are going to read right now the Thursday pages for your reading packet. So I've already done Wednesday. You should have that one marked off, and right now we're going to do Thursday. So if you've noticed, you're going to be checking in your upper right hand corner. You should have Thursday, and your story should be about Gila monsters. You'll notice I already have a few markings on my paper, and that's because I realized there was an error in the video, so I'm having to redo it. So bear with me, guys. We'll get you all caught up, and we're all getting through this together. All right, so I'm going to read your story, and again, we've got our paragraphs labeled. And you'll notice there are some text features that we're going to be talking about. So this is the story Gila monsters. Gila monsters are a species of venomous lizards. They are the only venomous lizards that live in North America. But don't worry, you don't have to be scared of them. Luckily, they are lethargic or slow moving. This makes them not very dangerous to humans. The Gila monster's venom is in its saliva, or spit. When they bite, some of their spit gets in the blood and causes a strong sickness. This sickness can last between 3 and 7 days. The venom is not deadly to humans. No people have died from a Gila monster bite in almost 100 years. Gila monsters only use their bite for defense. Scientists believe that their bright orange color is to warn other animals to stay away. They only hunt and eat animals that are small and weak. They also eat eggs and animals that are already dead. Ew. Paragraph D. Gila monsters live in parts of Arizona, New Mexico, California, Utah, and Mexico. There used to be many. In recent years, however, there are less and less. Hunting and scientific research have made the Gila monster a rare animal. Also, people have killed off many Gila monsters because they fear them. They like to spend most of their time underground. Gila monsters love dark burrows and rocky shelters. During the spring and early summer, they come out in the morning. During late summer, they come out on warm nights. They also come out of hiding after thunderstorms. Gila monsters have to watch out because they can be eaten by coyotes and meat-eating birds. Even though Gila monsters are venomous, they are not a real threat to humans. However, you might not want to pick one up if you see it in the wild. So that is our reading. And while you are here, make sure you have your pencil. And you will need yellow, orange, and pink today. So if you have a marker, highlighters, or crayons, it doesn't matter. And if you have to use a different color, it's okay too. I'm going to give you a moment to go ahead and gather those things up if you don't already have them. Alright, so you'll notice I've already got a few things started on here, and that's because I did make a mistake. Yes, Miss Steely made a mistake. Okay. So question number 1 was write 1 to 3 words that describe the main topic of the text. You'll notice that I used my text feature, the title, to answer that question. And remember, while it does say 1 to 3 words, we can use 2, and that's okay. So if you use 3 words, it's okay if you want to add a 3rd word. But Miss Steely's going to stick with the 2 today. All right, now it says write 1 sentence that tells about the main idea of the text. You'll notice that I underlined the main idea of the text because that was your sentence stem. Remember, we've been practicing using a part of the question to answer with. So I used the main idea of the text is Gila monsters are a species of venomous lizards. So, where did I find that sentence? I looked back and I found that sentence at the very beginning of my story. So, if I'm copying a sentence directly from the text, should there be any spelling errors? No. If we're using our clues, which we're allowed to do, we should have perfect spelling for the most part. Now, I do see that Miss Steely was in a hurry when she wrote that. And what did I miss at the end of my sentence? Yep, I missed my punctuation. So I'm going to go ahead and add that now. And the sentence could be a little different. For example, I could cover up the word venomous, and I could use the main idea of the text as Gila monsters are a species of lizards. Does it change the meaning too much? No. It's still mostly about Gila monsters and that they're lizards. So their venomous is important, but we could leave that out. So if your sentence is different than mine, it's okay. Okay, here we go. Question number 3. Underline a sentence in the text that supports how this sentence supports the main idea. All right, so our sentence stem is this sentence supports the main idea, blank. You got to finish the sentence. So we're looking for something that tells us that Gila monsters are venomous. Do you see something you could use? There's several you could use, and you could use the same ones we already used. It's okay. I'm going to use the same one because it makes the most sense for our question. This sentence supports the main idea that Gila monsters are venomous lizards. Now I'm also going to come back up here and put number 2 and number 3 next to that. And that's just showing Miss Steely and Miss Killingsworth that you went back and you found your evidence. And it's okay to use your evidence more than once. Just add another number next to it. It's okay. Now, question number 4 is write one word to summarize each of the following paragraphs. So remember, in the past, we've looked for our text features, which were underlined vocabulary words, and then we've also chosen a word that best describes that paragraph. So we need to start with B, C, and D. In B, what do you notice right off the bat? Our text feature. So I'm going to circle this one and write number 4. I believe that's the number we're on. Yes, 4. And we're going to also do that for C and D. Pick one word for each of those paragraphs. I kind of like the word defense. Now, your word choice may have been different. But they only bite to defend themselves. I thought that was kind of an important word. Do the same thing for paragraph D. I'm going to pick the word rare. They became rare for 2 reasons, hunting and scientific research. So that's kind of an important word to me. That means there are not very many of them left and they'll soon be extinct if we don't take care of them. So I chose that word. Now we're going to go ahead and write those 3 words in your slots, B, C, and D. Now it's okay if your words are different than mine. You just copy the words that you circled and indicated on the front by circling them and putting the number next to them. So here it says, summarize what you know about Gila monsters. Make sure you use a complete sentence, cite your evidence, and restate the question. To help you restate the question, I've already given you the sentence stem. A few things I learned about Gila monsters are... What were some things that you learned about Gila monsters? I learned that they are venomous, and they are rare. And lethargic. Have you guys figured out what lethargic means yet? Did you notice how my 3 words to summarize my paragraph were used in my summary of my story? I took 1 word from each paragraph, and I was able to make 1 sentence to summarize. So, here we go. Let's flip our paper over. All right, now, this is kind of in a different order, but we've done this particular question last week. Write 3 questions in which the answers could be found in the text. So remember, you're going to go back to your text and you're going to find 3 things that you could answer. So let me help you out with the first question. I'm going to ask the questions, are Gila monsters venomous? Can you answer that question after we've listened to the story? I think we could answer that. So I'm going to write, are Gila monsters poisonous or venomous? I can answer that based on the reading. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do the second and third question all by yourself. Remember, you need to go back and find the evidence in your text. If you need to hit pause, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to keep moving forward. Question number 7 is find lethargic in the text. Use the context clues to explain what this word means. Circle the word in the text that are clues to the meaning of the word. So here we go. We've already circled lethargic, so we also need to circle the clues that will help us answer what lethargic means. So remember, when we're looking for the word to understand an unfamiliar word, we usually look before and after. Last week we had to reread the whole paragraph, but I think we've got it in this one. So let's reread the sentence before and after. Luckily, they are very lethargic or slow-moving. This makes them not very dangerous to humans. Which words help you understand what lethargic means? I'll give you a second to circle your answer. If you circled this and put a number 7 next to it, you are correct. Slow moving. So lethargic means slow moving. So we need to go back up here and we need to finish writing. Lethargic means slow moving. Remember, use a capital letter and punctuation at the end. All right. Number 8, do you think the author wrote this text mainly to explain something, describe something, or answer a question? Remember, explaining something usually has directions or steps that are associated with it. So maybe it's how to put together a play set, or possibly a Lego set. Describing is usually going to tell you all about something, and if it's asking a question, you can typically find a question mark in your title. So let's go back and look at our title. Is there a question mark? Nope. So guess what? We can probably cross that out as an option. That leaves explaining something or describing something. In our story, did it give you steps on how to take care of a lizard? Or perhaps, what are the steps for feeding the lizard? It did not. So it's not really giving us any steps or directions to follow. So I'm going to select describe today. So remember, if you've put an X in that box, you're also going to circle it. So what is the author trying to describe? The author is describing what was he describing? Oops, I'm sorry. He's describing Gila monsters. All right. This is where you're going to need your colors out. You're going to need pink, orange, and yellow. So it says, color the sentence that explains why Gila monsters might bite someone or something. So you need your paint. And you're going to find the sentence that talks about biting. Do you see the word bite? I see it. Up in paragraph C. So I highlighted Gila monsters only use their bite for defense. That means to defend themselves against something else that might be trying to attack them. All right. So now you need, for number 10, the color orange. And you're going to color the sentence that explains why Gila monsters have become rare. Remember that word rare? I circled it. You may have as well. It's in paragraph D. Can you tell me the 2 reasons why Gila monsters have become rare? There you go. You found your answer. Good job. Now we're going to do yellow. Color a sentence that says what animals eat Gila monsters. Oh my. So what is going to eat the Gila monster? Have you found it? What eats a Gila monster? It's in paragraph E. Did you find it? Good job, guys. Okay, so just a quick heads up. Tomorrow's packet that I'll be reading is for Friday. I'm going to have you work on that one independently by yourself. Don't worry if you make mistakes. You'll have an opportunity to fix it if you need it. But what we're looking for is that you have tried your very best. So remember, capital letters and punctuation. Make sure you're marking your evidence in your text and do the best job you can possibly do. You guys have done a wonderful job so far. We're super proud of you, and we hope you keep up the great work. Bye, guys.